to the point, sports and entertainment. I want you to hit the like button. Make sure you sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Okay, I want to give a shout out to the whole entire Lions Den, both basketball as well as the boxing community. In this case, we are talking hoops, and in a few seconds, or I should say, few minutes rather, we're going to be talking about boxing too as well. We're talking about a little bit of both. Okay. I also want to give a shout out to the brother Tural for TV. He was the one that put me on this right here. Go sub to all of Tural's platforms as well. I also want to give a shout out to the subs on my channel, both my day ones and as well as my new subs too as well. All right, let's go ahead and cook on this real quick. And if you catch this late, just go ahead and playback, gang. Okay, what's up with it, Ted? I'll see you in the building, man. All right, look, Paul Pierce, as you know, has shaken things up over there at Undisputed with Skip. Really liking what Paul Pierce is doing over there, and on top of that, he's bringing kind of a new breed in terms of the debate scene onto Undisputed. It definitely needed that shake up too as well. What's up, Sugar? I see you in here. Um, but we all got to deal with certain things in life, as it pertains to you actually trying to do something good. But unfortunately, everybody doesn't really see it that way, and you still got evil people in this world. Well, Paul Pierce had his L.A. home robbed, in which the burglars um, they actually took 100K in cash. This is all according to TMZ. I'll put the link in the description so y'all can go ahead and take a look at the article. They also took six watches and some more valuables as well as a safe. Okay. Um, they haven't caught the perpetrators, but I'm hoping that they do because look, man, when it comes to, these celebrities, they all live in, certain neighborhoods where all celebrities live there. So there's going to be plots, there's going to be heists, there's going to be all types of schemes, as well as, plans in order to rob those celebrities and everything. This is a crazy situation. What's up with Alex? I see you in the building. This is a crazy situation because it happened it happened at the time when Paul Pierce made his debut on the show. Um, Look, man, all I can say, man, is man, if you that evil, to to rob somebody, or if you have that type of mentality, man, why don't you just go ahead and just pound the pavement and do it yourself. You don't have to take it from the next man. Now, I'm not going to get in, speculate on whether or not it was some hardcore LeBron fans, but that's what a lot of people are thinking. Let's just call it what it is, okay? Um, we all know that LeBron and Paul Pierce didn't get along on the court when they were competing, and you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to get along on the court. If me and Ted are competing on the basketball court, I don't like you. Okay, I don't want to be your friend or any of that stuff. Paul Pierce is from the old school, and I think a lot of people they take that beyond basketball. They actually take it personal. He was supposed to compete. They're supposed to compete on the floor, but when it goes beyond basketball and it goes to a personal level, that's when it's a problem. Yeah, you only like your teammates, exactly. And so I don't understand why a lot of these guys. And listen, like I said, we don't know what the reasoning behind this is. It could have been just some people that have been watching him for a while, or just going into what they thought was a random home. Okay, but more than likely they probably were watching his move, was watching his every move and everything, and then that's when they try to make their move and everything. Yeah, and only listen to your coaches. Yeah, exactly. So I hate that this happened for Paul Pierce. Man, he's had stuff that took place, early on in his life, early on in his career, when he had got unfortunately stabbed. He ended up living, but the situation with Benzino and everything, and I'd already did a video on that, and I was talking more so in terms of Benzino trying to give his side of the story and everything. So these type of situations, Paul Pierce is not new to. I hate the fact that it did happen at a time like this when he's getting in to undisputed, and there's going to be a lot of jealousy out there, a lot of people that hate you just because of the way that you feel, just because of a basketball take and everything. Um, but I hope, like I said, they to catch the people that's done it. I don't believe in robbing people. You know what I'm saying, and going in people back door, so to speak, snaking people and stuff like that. Because bad situations happen when you do that. You know what I'm saying, and they definitely gonna pay the price for it. Um, yeah, he'll have insurance, but the thing about it too, man, is they took the safe. Yeah, they had 100K in cash, but you don't know what was in that safe. You know what I'm saying? There could have been something with his for his kids or his family or something like that. You said that. Yeah, Paul Pierce was robbed. Paul Pierce was robbed. And again, I want to give a shout out to the brother Too Raw for TV because he was the one that put me on this. Make sure y'all go sub to all of Too Raw's platforms. Salute to you, Dante. I see you in here, bro. Um, yeah, he was robbed, and a lot of people, are making speculation. Look, I'm not going to say because LeBron had got supposedly, his stuff vandalized. Now, there's a lot of people because when LeBron had, got to LA or whatnot, there's a lot of people that felt like the vandalism was fake. There's a lot of people that possibly thought that it was made up or whatever. But either way, it was still reported. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit up here and go beyond this and say, oh yeah, this was something that LeBron fanboys had to do with or anything like that. But I do find it odd that in a time like this, when Paul Pierce had made his debut on Undisputed, and on top of that, gave his take regarding LeBron, which wasn't really a bad take at all. You know what I'm saying? It was constructive criticism, and he had a point. He made a good point. What he was saying is that the ball needs to swing. He doesn't need LeBron to be putting up 30 or 40 or any of that in his career. If the ball was swinging, then you'll be surprised at how more effective the team would be. And he saw it from his perspective. You're talking about a champion, man. You're talking about a champion that got it done on a big stage. Yeah, he only has one championship. Yeah, he doesn't have all the accolades like everybody else. But nevertheless, man, he is a Hall of Famer. He is a legend. He's a Celtics legend. And anytime he walks anywhere, everybody knows who he is. So that we have to understand that. But anyway, man, that's my take on it. In terms of Paul Pierce, I hope, like I said, they find a perpetrator or perpetrators that were involved because it's not going to just be one person. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, it's not going to be more one person. It's probably more than one person. But yeah, man, it's no sense of that. I don't care how much level of hate that you have towards anybody, man. It should not be subjected to do something like this. You say I met Paul before in Inglewood, good dude, man. Yeah, man. I know a friend of mine that actually he played with and against Paul Pierce, because they had like some little charity in another state or whatnot, and he had an opportunity to break bread with Paul Pierce or whatnot. Paul Pierce had like this little charity basketball game or something like that. But yeah, he met Paul Pierce. But yeah, man, I mean, it happened, and people forget that these guys are human beings. You know what I'm saying? We still forget that these guys are human beings. I don't think people realize that. Um, the next thing I'm gonna talk about too, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap it up after this, man. Keith Thurman needs to retire, man. He needs to get up out of here. Keith Thurman, man. He does more talking on social media than he does, getting in the ring and actually fighting or whatnot. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Keith Thurman had pulled out of the fight. I want to give a shout out to the brother Town Biz because I saw him talking about this too. Um, I never really was a big fan of Keith Thurman. What's up with it, Wilts? I see you in the building, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to New York's finest, the Wilt Strong Show. He gonna keep it 100. He gonna give you that concrete jungle uh, perspective on everything. So go make sure you go sub to the homie, the Wilt Strong Show. Salute to you, bro. But Keith Thurman, his time is done. Okay, he pulled out of the fight because of a wrist injury that he has sustained. Now, I can understand that injuries do happen when you are training, but let's just call it what it is. He has not been that active. The last time he was active is when he fought Mario Barrios, and that was in 2022. And then before that, I think he had fought like in 20. It was like before that, I think he was in 19 or something like that. He took some time off or whatever, but he has not been active. It's the same thing that I say about guys like Adrian Broner. You do more talking on social media, okay? You do more talking on social media than you do actually getting in the ring and fighting or whatever. And then you have the nerve enough to try to fight, say you want to fight Clarissa Shields. If anything, man, you should be trying to pipe down Clarissa Shields, much less fight her. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell you want to fight a female and stuff? Or, even if she wants to fight you, you talking about organizing a fight and all this other stuff. Man, come on, man. Get in the ring and fight or just stay retired. Stop all this stuff about, giving these teasers if you're going to fight and everything. Now, like I said, I'm not holding the fact that he did get injured and everything, but I'm talking about before the injury. Get your ass in the ring and fight. If you're not, go ahead and go. And it was the same thing with Canelo. I'm a Canelo fan. I like Canelo. But all this shit you're starting to see with Canelo, how it is. You're going to sit up there. You're going to talk about, fighting guys, bringing them up to, your weight class. You don't want to move down to fight anybody at this stage of your career. But then Benavidez said he'll take, the minimum to fight you. You still don't want to fight him. Man, what does that tell everybody? That tells everybody that you don't want no smoke. So, man, look, make a decision, do us a favor, and get up out of here because you have a lot of fans out here that want to see Keith Thurman fight. And at one time, Keith Thurman at that 147, at that welter, he was looked at as the top two besides Earl Spence. And then Crawford to a degree because Crawford was fighting in different divisions too as well. So, man, either get your ass in the ring, fight, after this injury or whatnot, or after that, man, get the hell up out of here. And that's what makes you appreciate a guy like a Devin Haney. That's what makes you appreciate different guys that stay active. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And even Jermell Charlo, even though he lost to Canelo and everything, he dared to be great. Come on, man. You gotta stay active. I know everybody talks shit about a guy like Rolly Romero, and they say how he retarded, he's slow, and all this other bullshit. But guess what? He gets in the ring, and at least he's fighting. Pitbull, he wants to smoke. At least he get in the ring and he's fighting. Come on and be active, or just get the hell up out of boxing. Even you got Mike Tyson getting ready to train at 58 years old. He's stepping his ass in the ring. You know what I'm saying? You said Haney got afraid of failure. Hell no. Nah. What's up with it, Bruce? I see you in the building, man. LDBC all day. Oh, yeah, you said he's not afraid of it. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, you see Haney, he wants to smoke. He's challenging everybody. So what? He moved up to 140. If everybody going to sit up there bullshitting like Shakur Stevenson, who I think was the best out of all of them, my opinion and everything, But Haney is my guy right now because he's always staying active and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's taking the smoke, both good and bad. You know? And it gets on my goddamn nerves every time you sit up there, you on social media more than you in the damn ring. Yeah, you showing us working out and lifting weights and doing all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't fought in 2 years. You know how many fights Devin Haney has had since then? So that closes the castic on that argument. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Keith Thurman, man, I know that he's hurting everything. I know you know they call him one time and all that other stuff. Yeah, at one time your name was one time. You ain't one time no more. You said most modern boxers today, yeah, they scared to take a L. Like, get your ass in the ring and fight. It don't matter if you take a L, you take a L. Muhammad Ali took a L. Sugar Ray Robinson, the great Sugar Ray Robinson, had plenty of L's. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Hitman Hearn had plenty of L's. Canelo got L's. He lost to Mayweather. But everybody, since they follow Mayweather and everything, they think that, you know, they ain't got to go. Shit, just get your ass in the ring and fight. That's what actually people want to see. But now we got this you know, these watered down mindset of people that, oh yeah, if you lose or whatever, that don't make you great. Man, that don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Nola boy, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy, Louisiana's finest, Nola James, man. He gonna give you the real, he gonna give you that southern feel. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Nola Boy Sports and News. Shout out to Louisiana. Shout out to everybody over there. Monroe, Alexandria, Shreveport, Lake Charles, and of course 504 and all this. But look, man, like I said, man, either get your ass in the ring and fight. James know what I'm talking about because he deals with boxing, and so does Wilts and Bruce Gas, Ted, all of y'all, and even Sugar Mama. She definitely know the fight game. Get your ass in the ring and fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm more interested in actually seeing the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, to be real with you, because he at least Mike Tyson, he 58. They like, oh man, Tyson, get your old ass out of there and stuff like that. Man, shit, because he's from that era where okay, he's gonna get his ass in there and gonna fight. Tyson lost fights. He ran into good fighters and unfortunately he lost. But guess what? He didn't duck no smoke. Yeah, man, no doubt, James. So I'm just saying, man, we got to cut it out with all this bullshit. You know, like the brother James be saying, you know, how it's watered down and shit water and stuff like that. That doesn't just apply to basketball. That applies to football to a certain degree, and that also applies to a sport like boxing. Nobody wants to challenge anybody no more. It's all about, you know, the money and all these politics and stuff like that. There's guys out here that would love to get in the ring, love to have his their opportunity. Like Kermel Moulton, that's the guy that I want to see take over boxing. I want to see Kermel Moulton. If y'all don't know who he is, he's a Mayweather protege. But Kermel Moulton is that guy. Look out. Remember that name, Kermel Moulton. Okay? Very extremely fast, extremely quick, and got good footwork. And he knows he's so good at his age for using the angles. You said winning after losing feels good, bouncing back. Yeah, exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make up for your loss. Since when does a loss make you define you? It doesn't. Okay. Like I'm a Canelo fan. It's no doubt, and it's like my boy Monty Brown TV. Go sub to Monty Brown TV. Look, man, Monty Brown always says this about Canelo. You know, a L doesn't define you. When you lose to a guy like Mayweather, you're talking about a guy who some people consider the GOAT. That doesn't mean that it's not like he hit the canvas. If he hit the canvas and he was hitting the canvas every single fight, then we'd be talking about okay, you need to not put him in a certain level or a certain category. But he was once considered the face of boxing for a reason. Why? Because he was willing to take risk at one time. You know what I'm saying? Now the Canelo that you know, in the last couple of years, man, he been really disappointing me and everything. But nevertheless, that don't take away any of his accomplishments. I think so. Every sport, I think so. Bruce Gas. Let me rent you up, Bruce Gas. I think he should. And that's another thing too. You should still be able to get it, you know, a title shot. Now, a lot of people aren't going to see it that way, but I see it that way. Because my perspective is different. Um, you know, like, okay, for instance, when it came to Jamel, you got to look at it like this, right? When Canelo had moved up and he fought Bivol, right? When he fought Bivol at 170, 175, I think it was, Canelo got his ass whooped. I mean, Canelo could not do shit. He got his ass whooped. But guess what? He went right back down and was able to still, defend, keep, keep that title at that 168 or whatever. That's what I'm saying. He took a L when he tried to move up, and it's the same thing. Okay, okay, I know this probably ain't a good example, but I'm not talking about in terms of championship. I'm just talking about just bouncing back and giving that guy another chance or whatever. Tyson Fury got his ass whooped by Ngannou, okay? I don't care what nobody says. Ngannou won that fight, all right? Now, we all know what happened with Anthony Joshua and everything like that, and he ended up losing. And that's another thing, too, with Anthony Joshua, too, right? Anthony Joshua done had plenty of chances. Some people still consider Anthony Joshua elite, but Anthony Joshua done took L's. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I have Usyk as that top guy. I got Usyk at the top of the heavyweight division. You should want your opponents to give you their best, not be lazy and not compete. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, since when do we stop running from each other? That's just like, okay, if the brother James is asking me, okay, hey, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I got all these damn excuses and stuff like that. Okay, a good example is, okay, let's talk about Muhammad Ali and let's talk about Joe Frazier, right? Yeah, they had their little differences and stuff like that, but they were always trying to negotiate and stuff like that. You saw it not only in the documentary, but you actually saw it in the movie. And it was accurate how they were trying to negotiate everything. You know what I'm saying? They negotiated stuff and they got it done. You know what I'm saying? They got the Thriller in Manila, and then they did their little their fights that they had. They didn't wait for anything back in those times, and they compared to what they fighting for now, man, they were fighting for crumbs. They were fighting for crumbs, and people want to know, oh yeah, why don't you have Mayweather as your GOAT or anything like that? Look, it's no knock on Mayweather or anything like that, but I'm gonna be real with you. Look, he took control of everything. He got smart, dealing with a snake like Oscar De La Hoya and everything. But the thing with it, that you gotta appreciate it with Mayweather is in terms of him taking the own fight game within his own hands and having control. However, the flip side to that is that people see it as, okay, he was picking and choosing his fights or something like that instead of just having somebody in front of him. Now, it all worked out for him in the end, but a lot of people feel like he's the cause of, okay, well, I don't want to lose to this guy. I don't want to lose to that guy. When I don't see nothing wrong with that. If you have a, let's say, like Manny Pacquiao, who's lost a whole lot of fights or whatnot, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna down you. I'm like, shit, you lose sometimes, and on top of that, you a risk taker. Cause I want to see them. Do you think Canelo's scared of you? I'm gonna say this, James. I'm gonna say this, James. You said Mayweather never fought any young boxers, put his legacy on the line, defeated. Yeah, he was fighting younger back in the day. But to get to James' question, I'm gonna say this, James. It's no fighter is afraid of any fighter. Okay, I hate the narrative that they push. A fighter is afraid to fight this person, right? However, I think that when you really break it down and you talk about, okay, because what's his name, David Benavidez was willing to fight, for like the minimum, but Canelo wants more money. I can understand where Canelo is coming from because I think he wanted like 80 mil, if I'm not mistaken. But I think like 50 or 60 mil was on the table. I can understand where Melo, I mean Canelo is coming from. But at the same token, you got to understand that this is the fight that people want to see, okay? And you got to give the people what they want. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's a matter of him being afraid or anything, because everybody said that he was afraid of fighting black fighters and all this other stuff, but he's actually fought more African American fighters than Mayweather. Just go look it up. So, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Like I said, man, go sub to the brother Nola Boy Sports and News. Definitely popping over there or whatever. And then also go sub to the homie the Will Strong show too as well. And shout out to all of my LDBC brothers, both basketball and as well as boxing as well. I salute everybody that just pulled up just now, and I'll be dropping a little bit later. Until then, man, it's straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.